Hello, Gemini. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How's everyone doing? I hope you are doing well. This is your love and life reading focused on the first half of February, from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General reading as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single Gemini out there. So please do take from it whatever makes sense for you, your life, your situation, your relationship, and release what does not make sense for you. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I'll also have a list of all of the card decks that I will be using for this reading, Gemini. So I was guided to 3 card decks for you for your for your focus messages this time around, Gemini. So let's take a look at that and see what comes forward from this reading. So we're going to start off with the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight, and then we'll go ahead and grab some additional insight from the Pining Rose Volume 2 Twin Flame Ascension Oracle, and grab additional insight from the Twin Flame Messages card deck by Mystic Moon. You, of course, do not have to identify with a Twin Flame connection. That is just the name of the card deck. All right, guys, let's get started, Gemini. Let's take a look and see what's coming forward here for this reading. This could be for Geminis, for cross watchers, anybody else who's been guided to tune into this reading. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what it is that you need to focus on first. For Gemini, please, angels and spirit guides. All right, I'm guided to this one here. Letting go, releasing, walking away, moving on. This is something either you're considering doing at this time, or you've already done this, or this is something that you need to do. Okay, tied into a situation, connection, relationship, whatever it is, Gemini, that you feel you need to let go of, it's coming through here at this time. Okay, so let's add to this with additional insight from the Pining Rose Twin Flame Ascension deck. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini, please. What else needs to come forward by way of a focus message at this time for Gemini? All right, let's grab an additional card from this deck. I am guided to this one here. Divine intervention. So there's a situation that you are dealing with at this time, Gemini, that you feel definitely needs that divine intervention, possibly feeling as though it's so difficult or challenging that the only thing that could help it at this point could be a miracle. Okay, so we'll see. And again, we've got that letting go message right next to it. So perhaps you're thinking about letting something or someone go, and that what's ultimately going to save it is that divine intervention. All right, so let's add a couple messages from the Twin Flame Messages Volume 1 deck by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini, please. So let's see what it is that needs to come through here. A couple of messages from this deck. These are words that you've either been wanting to say to this person you're focused on for this reading, or this is what they would want to say to you. It's easier to just stay away right now. We'll see how the rest of this reading unfolds to address that message. Why is it easier to stay away right now? I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. So even though they're staying away, they're still keeping tabs on you, Gemini, and this could certainly be something that you're both doing, keeping at a distance, but still watching each other from social media, possibly. Okay, so we'll add to this. Let's see what else needs to come through here from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini. What else do we need to know at this time? So even though you're not together, and I feel you guys may deliberately be keeping yourselves at a distance from one another, you're still keeping your eye on this person, Gemini, and they're still keeping an eye on you. Can't seem to let each other go, even though we've got that letting go card coming forward. Perhaps you're struggling to let each other go. We do have the fall card coming through. That, of course, could represent the fall season. If something of significance happened between the two of you during the fall season, or that could have been when you guys went into separation. That could have been the last time you heard from this individual. The other interpretation of that card is a connection that has fallen down and you fell away from each other. We have the grief card coming through here. So this for me is very similar in energy to the Three of Swords. Threes are all about communication in tarot, and if somebody is in this space of grief, it's more than likely because you guys haven't talked, you're not interacting, you are at a distance from one another. And as that focus message says, it's easier to just stay away right now. So why is it easy? Like, is there something super challenging that gets in the way if you guys were to connect, if you guys were to talk at this point? But I do pick up off of, simply because there's a female figure in this photo. So for some of my divine feminines, I do pick up heartbreak and heartache that you might be going through as a result of being in separation from this person. It's a very painful energy. Some of you guys may have had a family together. Children, whether young children or adult children, it doesn't really matter, but a family was affected by what went on here. And for those of you who are familiar with my readings, especially for Gemini, and you guys are probably sick and tired of this storyline, but it's still coming through here for me. So forgive me if you guys are sick of this particular storyline coming forward, but I'm still feeling here that families were or went into separation as a result of a third-party situation that you got yourself involved in, Gemini. And there's, especially if you happen to be divine masculine, there's a divine feminine out there who's heartbroken that you guys are not together. And part of the reason why it's easier to just stay away is because there's somebody else in the mix here. So that person, or somebody is already attached and might already have a family, or you both might. You might already have obligations towards other people here, but you're still keeping tabs on each other on social media, online, just to see what they've been up to, just to see what you've been up to. Even though what you ultimately both need to do is to let go, you're finding it very difficult to release and walk away from each other, even if it is energetically at this point. It's been very difficult for the both of you to move on. And perhaps that's why we are in need of that divine intervention, because that's ultimately the only thing that's going to be able to salvage this for you. But let's continue. Let's see where else this is going to go. We do have reinvention. So you're working on yourself, Gemini, and or my divine feminines, especially since this is, again, a female silhouette in this photo. It could be my divine feminines who are working on themselves, whatever area needs attention. And even though I'm saying divine feminine, it is ultimately just energy, so it could be certainly for female and male viewers, however way that is resonating. There's a need for compromise here. We also have an offer coming through. The lack of compromise in the situation could have certainly contributed to the demise of the connection here, Gemini, but I still have somebody who wants to make an offer. Could be you, could be your person, whoever it is that you're focused on. We now have the spring season coming through here. So fall season, spring season, we're right around the corner as far as spring. It's coming around, and this is growth. The opportunity for a connection to bloom once again, or to grow in a different direction. That's for some of you guys. We also have the fifth dimension card coming through, so that's where you guys are connecting still. I just feel that it's been very difficult for you, Gemini, as well as your person, to just let go. And I feel there's a reason why that was the very first focus card that came forward. Releasing, walking away, moving on. It's like you both know what you ultimately have to do here, but you haven't been able to do it. And so here you guys are in the fifth dimension. And just as like I was saying earlier, guys, karmics or third parties could have torn the family dynamic apart. Either your family, Gemini, the other person's family, or both of you, as a result of a third party or karmic partnership situation that happened here. Vibrations, tapping into the fifth dimension. You guys are still exchanging energies, still feeling each other's vibrations, even at a distance. We have big dreams. Big dreams that had to be compromised because you guys ultimately could not be together. But what's preventing union here is this mask tied into karmics and third parties. So even though you guys might have love for one another and are wanting to fill each other's cup of love with this mask coming forward here, there is deception that's intertwined into the situation. Somebody who's being dishonest, someone who is having a very difficult time facing the truth, wearing a false mask, pretending to be something that they're not, or this is something that you're both doing, especially if you're involved with other people, you know, trying to make it seem as though you've moved on and you're not thinking about the other person any longer, when in fact, deep down inside, you guys are still connecting in the fifth dimension. You can't let each other go because you still care for one another, still love each other, still missing each other, heartbroken that you guys can't be together. And until this mask is removed and you guys can just ultimately face the truth that you want to build a life with one another, then even though I don't have my stalemate card here, that's basically what this is. It's keeping you guys stuck because you're at a stalemate. Somebody needed to go their own way here, but it broke their heart. They know that they need to let you go, Gemini. And perhaps this is something you need to do also, but you're both finding it very difficult to do so. Ultimately, I feel somebody really wants to offer commitment here, but is unable to. You guys are coming forward as soulmates. It's time to let go. It's time to release it. Okay? These cards are coming forward in this direction for a reason. And this theme continues to play a part in my Gemini readings because I feel that it's been so difficult for you to let each other go. And so it's still coming forward here. Let's add to this with, I'm guided to, let's do the Pining Rose deck. I'm guided to this one again. So let's grab some additional insight from this. Pining Rose Love Oracle by Calico Moon. Let's see what else needs to come forward here. Will you guys be able to get out of that fifth dimension and be able to build a life in the 3D once again? Look at that. Vows. Commitment. An offer. So for some of my Geminis, this could be a potential. Perhaps that divine intervention is what's going to help you out here. You guys may have known each other in a past life to where you guys were connected in a previous life, and therefore it's very difficult for you to let each other go in this lifetime. This is coming forward as an accidental love here. between you and this person, Gemini. You guys might have started off as friends that turned into more and turned into even more after it went to the next level. You know, this is something that caught you off guard, I feel, Gemini. You were both caught off guard here. But now it's been, for some of you guys, this could have been going on for a few years now, to where you haven't seen each other in a while, but the heart wants what it wants, and it's been very difficult to let it go. It's still here. I do love this next card, though. The self-love card falling right below reinvention and vibrations. This is a time for you, Gemini, to work on yourself. To love yourself, to heal yourself, to work on areas of your life that need attention. That love has to start with yourself. But look at this. Here we are again. It's forbidden. This love is forbidden. Man. We do have patience coming through. Waiting. So perhaps a part of your heart space, Gemini, you're waiting for the right time to make this offer, if it's you that's wanting to make this offer, or you're waiting to hear from this person regardless of whatever challenges are standing in the way of the two of you being together. And if you're waiting, it's tied into this patience card, because I feel it's going to take some time. We have forgiven. Perhaps your person has found it in their heart to forgive themselves, forgive you for how things played itself out here. And maybe, Gemini, this is where you're at as well. That enough time has passed that you've both had time to reflect here on how things went down in the connection. But at the end of the day, guys, you're still pining for one another. You're still pining for one another. And what needs to be eliminated here is the element of third parties, karmic partnerships. That mask needs to go. And look at this next card. We have lies. All of that needs to go, because you guys need to come from a place of truth now. If you want to build a life together, you're still focused on wanting to be with this person, Gemini, and they with you. You got to come from a place of truth. You both do. I can't even speak. I'm getting all tongue-tied. Do. You both do. No more lies. Take off the mask. Face each other. Face the situation. If you're no longer wanting to be with the person you're with and want to pursue a relationship with this individual, Gemini, and they with you, then you guys cannot be attached to anybody else. Look at these next two cards. The One. I miss you. Be mine. I mean, come on. These cards are coming in this direction for a reason. Nostalgia. Let me grab one more. True love. And the bottom. Yearning. Okay. New beginnings. Okay, that's the last one, honestly. That was just telling a story for me. This is the one for you. You miss them. You still want them to be yours. They see you as somebody that they want in their life. You're both still feeling really nostalgic about the connection, still checking each other out online. This is your true love. And perhaps those of you that are resonating with this, you already know this. The yearning, that hasn't stopped despite the distance. You guys can start over if you want, but the lies, the karmics, the third parties, the false masks, the pretending, the sneaking around, all the shady shit that you guys had allowed yourself to be engulfed in back then, that has to go. You guys can be together if you want, but there are certain aspects of this situation that need to be retweaked in order for you guys to spend a life together, which ultimately is what I feel you both want. You know, we got to get rid of this forbidden energy for you guys to build a life together so that it stops coming up in my readings, Gemini. All right, let's add to this. Let's add some tarot to this. I've got so many cards on my desk here for you. I just felt like that was a story just waiting to happen here. But yeah, let's get rid of that forbidden energy. All right, Gemini, let's add some tarot to this. This is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. It's like every time I told myself, okay, this is the last card, this is the last card. And then it just kept coming up with what it wanted to say, you know? It was very matter of fact and needed to be communicated here. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini. What else do we need to know, please? Is there a chance for reconciliation here? Is there a chance to fix this connection? Three of Pentacles. Yes, there is. You guys can collaborate and work as a team in order to make this work. The Three of Pentacles is Earth, so your person could be a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. But we do have the Two of Swords, which is your very own energy, Gemini. Stalemate and indecision. You guys are going to stay at that stalemate energy if somebody doesn't make a move here and do the right thing. For my divine masculine Geminis, I feel this is coming through for you. Knight of Swords, decisive action. I feel you already know what it is that you want to do. And maybe you are just waiting for the right opportunity, the right time to approach your person with an offer. That's a potential here. You know, we do have, I'm trying to find it. We do have this waiting card here. So maybe you're just waiting for the right time to come in. But look at this. We have the Tower. Okay, I feel you guys already went through that Tower moment. That's what brought you guys into separation. But isn't it interesting how we have two card decks? I can't speak. Two cards, both saying divine intervention. So it's going to take literally a miracle here in order to work this out. But it's not impossible. You guys can overcome whatever issues are coming forward here. You got to help it out as well. You know what it is that you need to do, Gemini, and so does your person. But yeah, I really do feel here that you guys have already experienced that Tower moment, and that's why you guys are not together. But you're both so broken over not being together. And this could have been unexpected. It came in out of the blue. But it's also, as I often say with my Tower moments, it's a blessing in disguise because it forces you to kind of level things out of your life that no longer serve a purpose there. And if you weren't able to do it, and if your person wasn't able to do it, Gemini, then the Tower came in and it did it for you. But it always gives you a new opportunity to rebuild. So perhaps you're just waiting for that opportunity to be able to reconnect with your person. The right time. But yeah, I do feel that you guys have already been through this very difficult moment with each other. It's definitely painful and it's devastating. Very traumatic. And there are always lessons to be learned when a Tower moment comes in. You also have the Judgment card. Karma. Karma review. And so the Judgment card is typically tied into fire energy. So that is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius for some of you. But this is a resurrection. This is a renewal. This is a transformation in this situation, Gemini. And as I said earlier, we had the lies card come forward. With the judgment card, it is time to face the truth. The truth always comes out, all of it. And the judgment card too is seeking reconciliation and forgiveness here. That's exactly what I feel you guys are wanting. We have the forgiven card that already came through here. So whether that is something that needs to happen or it's already happened, I feel what you're ultimately both wanting is to come back together. We have the Knight of Cups. Cups is water, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for some of you. This is a romantic gesture. Someone's coming in with this romantic gesture, ready to swoop in and work on the partnership once again, I feel. We do have the 10 of Swords. That's your own vibration, Gemini. A painful ending. You guys have already been through that. It broke your heart. It broke their heart. It was very painful. That contributed to that Tower moment. We have the Two of Pentacles, balancing act. Perhaps this is what you guys have been doing since you've been apart, is just trying to balance things out in your own life. That is more earth energy. So once again, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. It's time to bring this partnership back into balance. It's time to bring your life back into balance, Gemini, not just your love life. We also have the Page of Cups coming in with that message of love. So not only do we have a romantic gesture that someone wants to offer, you could also receive a text, a phone call, a gift, a card from your person telling you how they feel, offering an apology, a second chance, a reconciliation. We do have the Empress coming through also. That represents divine feminine energy. So if you happen to be divine feminine, your very own vibration is coming through here. The Empress is also tied into earth energy. So here we go again. Very heavy earth energy here. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus once again. But the Empress brings about manifestation of growth that's coming into your life, that's coming into this relationship. Abundance. Femininity. A mother figure. Your person may be the mother of your children or may already have had children from a previous relationship. This family card could represent blended families for some of you. Look at this. We've got the Two of Cups, divine partnership coming next, and then we've got the Emperor, which of course represents divine masculine energy here. The placement of these cards coming through in this direction, there is no question. You guys both ultimately still want to be together. And I feel here, for those who are resonating with this, you know what it is that needs to happen and what it is that you need to do in order to manifest this in the 3D. Get it out of that fifth dimension. Get rid of the lies, face the truth, be truthful with yourself, be truthful with one another. Get rid of the negative energy, dishonesty, the karmic partners and or third-party situations. That needs to go. And again, we've got two cards that are coming forward with divine intervention. That's what's needed here. They're could potentially be a miracle that comes in and saves the day here, Gemini. Let's add to this with some romance angels. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini, please. What else do we need to know at this time? What else do we need to know in love and romance for Gemini? So you guys can actually get yourself out of that Two of Swords energy, that stalemate. And it just takes effort from both of you to meet each other in the middle, to collaborate, as that card states from the Three of Pentacles, to compromise. You guys have some work to do to remove the dishonesty, the lies, outside influences, and just be able to commit to each other. So divine intervention will definitely assist in that. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini, please. Religious factors coming through, followed by healing family issues. Family, highly affected by what happened here. Perhaps you also feel that you and this person, Gemini, are spiritually connected. Whether you identify with a soulmate bond or a twin flame, or you don't even know what kind of connection you guys have. This is somebody that you feel drawn to. Your faith, your trust, all of that has been tested as a result of what happened between the two of you. But I feel that's also what's going to help uplift you and to be able to do the right thing. We already know about this, the separation here. And yes, somebody needs to take that first initial step. We already have the Knight of Cups coming in with the romantic gesture, and then the message of love from the Page of Cups. And then, of course, we've got the Two of Cups with divine partnership. I mean, it's just truly, you guys are very much still attracted to each other. Someone just needs to go ahead and make the romantic gesture already. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. I feel you and your person, you guys have really been calling each other in energetically. And again, you're still connecting in the 5D. If you guys can work on the partnership and really decide what it is that you both want, and if what you're both wanting is a life together, a happy life and future together with you guys in a committed relationship, and for those of you with families, reuniting the family, you can find happiness here. Look at the next card. You've got engagement, building a life with one another. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this is not an impossible situation, Gemini. This is fixable, but there are certain aspects of this connection that need to clean house here. You got to get rid of the karmic, the third party, the mask, the lies, the forbidden energy. All of that has to go. All right, so let's add some dialogue to this, Gemini. This is the 5D Love Messages Oracle deck by Calico Moon Oracle. So let's add to this. This is either what your person would want to say to you if they could, or this is what you would want to say to the person you're focused on for this reading. So we'll grab a few messages from this deck, whichever one you resonate with. Let's see what comes forward. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini. Who needs to speak up here, please? Oh, wow. I still have hope that we will be together. And look at this one, tied into karmics and third parties. I have feelings for someone else, but I can't stop thinking of you. You know, so that's part of the the unhealthy energy that needs to be phased out of this equation, Gemini. They need to get rid of any outside attachments if they want to be with you ultimately, and you need to do the same. Next message. Perhaps this is how they made you feel. You left me out in the cold. Especially if somebody ended up cheating, or, again, third parties, lies, manipulation. Next message. I never told you how I really felt. Well, it's time. If you guys really ultimately want to be together here, it's time. Next message. I'm not good at commitment. So clearly there are still some lessons that need to be learned here. And that's perhaps why we've got 2 messages of divine intervention that's coming through here. Because for some of you guys, this is not an easy thing to fix, with karmics and third parties still playing a part in this equation. And someone coming forward with that message, I'm not good at commitment. This could be you, Gemini. This could be your person that's saying this. All of these things contributed to the drama, to the tower moments. Look at this one. I still have more to learn from my karmic partner. So there are those of you who have someone that you're focused on for this reading, and they're still with their karmic. And they're telling you, I still have more to learn from my karmic partner. And of course, for some of my Geminis, this is you saying this to the person that you're focused on for this reading. Next one. I am under too much pressure right now. And perhaps that's what's keeping you guys at a distance. Someone who's overwhelmed, unable to do the right thing right now. And that is why we've got that stalemate energy. Last one. I miss the passion. Yeah. They miss you, you miss them, you miss the intimacy that you guys have shared, and they do as well. There's just a lot that needs fixing here, Gemini. It's not going to be an easy situation to work on, but if this is ultimately what you and your person want to achieve by way of coming together and working on the partnership once again, then you guys have to take on the energies of that 3 of Pentacles and work as a team. Collaborate towards the same goal of ultimately removing any toxic or negative energies that are a part of this equation. That's what needs work here. Definitely needs work here. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some signs from Spirit. Let me just grab those cards. Okay, so some signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Angels and Spirit Guides for Gemini. What else do we need to know here, please? What else? What else needs to come forward here for Gemini for this reading, this love and life reading for the first half of February? Please bring it forward, angels and spirit guides for Gemini. Please bring it forward for me. Okay, I am loving that. We've got 333. We've got the rainbow, which is a renewal. We have 111. And we have unlock. Okay, all beautiful messages coming through here for you, Gemini. So first and foremost, 333. Okay, so since we do have karmics and third parties that are a part of this equation, part of that 3 energy, of course, is tied into that. But this is ultimately a beautiful card. It's Trinity, the mind, body, and soul, telling you you are in the zone. Express your true, authentic self. Exactly. No more dishonesty, no more lies. Be truthful with yourself and with the person that you ultimately want to spend a life with. This is a beautiful card. Rainbow, renewal, a second chance, an opportunity to go after your goals, your dreams in all areas of your life, not just your love life. It all starts with you. 111, if you happen to be seeing this number a whole lot, or the 333, it's trying to grab your attention, Gemini, so definitely pay attention to that. You are a magical creator. Your thoughts are beginning to manifest. So whatever those thoughts are, make sure you're coming from a place of truth and positivity, and that's what's going to manifest for you. You hold the key to be able to unlock all of these new possibilities and opportunities in your life and in your love life. Use this key wisely, Gemini. Okay? All right, guys, let's add some Lover's Oracle to this. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini, please. For Gemini, for this love and life reading, what else do we need to know? Let me grab this bottom of the deck. So we have reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, so perhaps it's just not the right time to reach out or to touch base with one another. There's more space that you guys have to be in at the moment in order to figure things out, in order to continue to build your trust and have faith that ultimately everything's going to work itself out here. Reflection also, for me, is tied into twin flame energies. So for those of you who resonate with a twin flame, bond with somebody, it's coming through here. And then you've got the freedom card coming through also, Gemini. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So free yourself from situations, from connections that are no longer serving a purpose. And it goes back to that very first card that came forward. Let go. Releasing, walking away, moving on. If you are attached to someone else, but you're interested in somebody else, that needs to be addressed. This is something that you both ultimately need to do if you are attached to other people. If you guys want to come together as a couple, the third parties, the karmic partnership attachments, that needs to phase out. And there's nothing stopping from you guys from coming together except yourselves. Get yourselves out of that stalemate energy. You both ultimately know what it is that you need to do. You can get out of that fifth dimension and come face to face in the 3D if that's what you're both ultimately wanting, which I feel it is. You can have that. All right, Gemini. So let's close this out with some healing messages. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini, please. Some final thoughts. Healing messages for Gemini. Please bring it forward for me. Some final thoughts for Gemini, please. Intention. Abundance, and divine timing. So that intention card for me, Gemini, is very much tied into the law of attraction because it boils down to what your focus is. What you intend to happen is what will happen. So make sure you're coming from a place of the truth, like I mentioned, and from positive vibrations, laser focused on your goals, your dreams, and that's what has the capability of manifesting for you. Okay? You've got wonderful things coming into your life here, Gemini. Abundance comes in many forms, as I've often said. It doesn't just have to be tied to money and your career, your job. All those things are important, and abundance in those areas are, of course, very important. But that's not all that you need or want here by way of abundance coming your way. Abundance in love, abundance in positive things that want to come in for you. Your health, family life, your friendships, whatever is challenged at this time, it will be replaced with abundance. So welcome that in. Divine timing is telling you here, Gemini, that whatever is going to happen in your life is going to require some patience and time. We already know that. And for this divine intervention to be a part of the equation, I feel you just have to take a step back and allow the universe to work on your behalf. There are things here in your life, here on earth, that you need to take care of, and you already know what it is. Your person, they've got some work to do as well. Remember, you guys have to be able to work on this together in order to get what it is that you want out of it. And if what you're wanting is reconciliation and to be able to build a life together, you know what needs to go. You know what it is that you need to let go of here. And they need to let go of things in their life too. You guys do that, and I truly feel here that you will find the happiness that you're looking for. All right, Gemini, so that is where I'm going to leave this one. I do hope that whatever part of this reading you resonated with, that it helps you out. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I'll be back real soon, Gemini, with more readings for you. Thank you so much for being here, for spending this time with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.